Welcome to our brief video on how to navigate our Honolulu Community College DE Recertification training site. Currently, I'm on our homepage of the site, and I did want to note some key components in the navigation of this site. So if you notice on this homepage and with all of our other pages on the site, we have a menu in the upper right-hand corner of our screen. And that menu will help to direct us to our different pages of the site. So currently I'm on the home page, and if we scroll to the right of our screen, we'll find our modules button, and this includes all of the modules within the site. There's also a post-survey page and an accessibility page, and we'll review these pages in further detail in a moment. First though, I wanted to just highlight a little information on this homepage. So if we scroll down on the page, there's just a brief aloha and introduction to the training site, and we can easily begin the training by clicking on Begin Training here, or we can click on our Modules button. I'm going to go ahead and click on our Begin Training button, and that button will take us to our module list page. That module list contains all of the modules within our course. So we can access the first module by clicking on the Module 1 Welcome module button, or we can also again locate that same page within our modules drop-down menu and click on Welcome. So I'm going to go ahead and click on our, again, Module 1 Welcome module. Each of our modules contains a very similar setup. Each module will have an indication of what module you're on, as well as a brief overview of what the module contains, including the average time it takes to complete the module, the amount of readings per module, and then the amount of activities. If you scroll on the page, you'll find that there is a benefits section to each of one of our modules, and that just really informs each one of our learners the different components and aspects that they should expect to not only receive, but also be able to implement after completing each of the modules. Within Module 1, we have more information on the module, the goals of the module, content, readings, and then also we have a little activity as well. You can simply click on Begin Module 2, which is a button at the very bottom of the page, to go ahead and move to the next module, or again, you can find the Modules button in our upper right-hand corner menu, or also known as our main menu, and click on Module 2. So like I said, all the modules contain very similar setup and styles, and there's an activity within just about each of our modules. Now at the very end of our last module, we will have an activity that is a Google mapping activity. That activity you can review and then complete at your own pace. Once you're finished with all of our modules, if you wouldn't mind clicking on our post survey, and that just is a little brief survey and evaluation of what you thought about the training. This is our first time offering this training, so it's really our pilot test, our first iteration, and so we're planning on experimenting with it and then also revising it as we get feedback from you folks. And I wanted to go to, again, on our main menu, so the upper right-hand corner of our screen, if you click on Accessibility. We're also going to be offering each of our modules in an ADA compliant Word doc. So for some reason you're not able to get any of the information within the modules with the screen reader, which you should be able to, but in the event that that's not working, you can also access these modules in ADA compliant Word docs. And if there's something on the site that you wanted to find or were looking at and couldn't find as you were scrolling through the different module pages, you can also utilize this search bar menu, type in a keyword, and that will pull up different pages with that keyword on it. And that really is the nitty-gritty of this site. I hope you enjoy it, and please do contact me if you have any questions. And I'm looking forward to venturing forward on this journey with you. Mahalo!